everyone. It is the last day of 2019. Can you believe it? And I am freezing out here in my studio. I'm just trying to warm things up and pick up where I left off a couple days ago. Telling all my reborn friends, oh my goodness, I can't wait till those last babies go home. I am so going to take a very well-deserved break. I'm just going to close up the nursery. I am going to go in the house. I'm going to spend time with my kids. I'm going to get my house cleaned up. I'm going to just, be a human. I swear, what is today, the 30th? So, I don't know, maybe a week. And I'm back out here again. I think we're all in close quarters, just a little too much. Honestly, it is really relaxing out here for me. This is kind of, my studio has always been my little refuge. Surrounded by my own mess, nobody else's. I can play the music I want to play and do the things I want to do. So I'm out here. And another thing I told all my reborn friends was, I just can't even imagine painting another baby. I made too many babies this year. I kind of challenged myself to make a lot of babies just to see how far I could push myself. And I had a goal for myself this year, and I far surpassed it. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not, but I did really good, and I made a lot of babies. And I am a hard worker. I have a good work ethic, and I worked really hard because I liked the challenge, and I knew that the harder I worked, the more I'd learn and the better I'd get, hopefully. I think I learned a lot, that's for sure. And I feel lucky. I feel really, really grateful and blessed. And, these were not prototype babies. I'm still in the process of learning, so some babies took longer than others, and I'm used to having, like I said, I'm used to working production, so I create a little process, and I save time where I can save time. Like what I'm doing right now. I can't rush this. Head of hair. But there are some things that I can save time on, like, when I shop for baby clothes and stuff, I find something I like, and then I will buy many of them so that I don't have to spend a lot of time repeat shopping. If I have to buy baby socks, I buy all the baby socks I need for 50 babies. Every time I do a Bountiful Baby order, if I order from Bountiful Baby, I have a list that I keep, So if I run out of something, I just write it on the list. Just like when you go grocery shopping. And then when I go to do a Bountiful Baby order, I order it all at one time. I don't waste my time either. If I have dedicated work time, that's dedicated work time. I make sure that I won't have too many distractions. My kids are at school. I don't answer the phone. I don't do anything that will distract me, and I just stay on task. It's very, very easy once you get everybody at school to say, I'll throw in a load of laundry. I'll just sit here and pay these bills for 10 minutes. Oh, I better get those dishes done. You know what? The car really needs to be taken into the car wash today or to the mechanic. And, I'm just going to run a couple of these errands, and then I'll come back and work. Before you know it, your day gets eaten up, your week gets eaten up, a month has gone by, and you haven't gotten much done that you were hoping to get done. I may or may not brush my teeth, don't tell anybody. I may or may not put decent clothes on, usually I don't. And I come out here and I work until it's time to pick up my son from school. As far as if you're doing this for work. If you're doing this for a hobby, hey, you just get to it when you get to it. Nothing wrong with that. So today, I am out here painting probably for an hour and 25 minutes because my son is home on vacation and he is watching Air Buddies probably for the 700th time. He loves those shows. And so I'm just going to do a little painting. I am not painting full babies right now. I'll tell you what's going on. I'm going to have to rewind and tell you the story because I can never just sum it up. This is my tea. I know it looks gross. It's jasmine. It's yummy, and it's gotten cold, but it doesn't matter. It's still good. And honestly, for your health, don't bring food and beverages into your studio because stuff gets in them, your hands get yucky, you get it in your body, and a little bit probably isn't going to kill you, but repeated exposure of chemicals is not good for you, and it can make weird stuff happen. Anyway, I was cleaning out my baby cupboard, the one where I keep all of the baby clothes. And I was a wee bit frustrated because I'm just running out of room. And it's because I have a lot of bulky things in there. And then there are a lot of clothes in there that I'm probably never going to use. I just got bored of them because I bought too many of them at one time. And I was cleaning out the cupboard and I said, I've got to thin this out so I can hang some stuff up in here. So I found that something that was taking up a lot of the room in there were these little like winter furry snowsuits. And over the last year and a half, I've kind of collected them. Every time they go on sale, if I find a newborn or a 0 to 3 month, and it's, priced reasonably, meaning under 20 bucks, I will just buy it and I'll throw it in my little cupboard thinking, oh, instead of wrapping a baby in a blanket in the winter, I can put them in this cute little snowsuit. And won't that be adorable? And they just keep piling up in my closet. I've yet to send a baby home in a snowsuit. So I thought, geez, these really are taking up a lot of room in the cupboard. So I pulled them out and voila, I had tons of room. And I thought, well, what am I gonna do with these? And at the same time, I got distracted and I started cleaning out the cupboard where I have all of my sculpts and bodies and all that kind of stuff. And I found this box of heads. What happened was, when I first started telling myself, doggone it, I'm gonna learn to paint hair because I hate rooting. And I don't want to send these babies home bald. And there's no reason why I can't learn to paint hair. This is something I can teach myself. And so I started collecting whenever anybody would list, a head or two for a reasonable price. I would just buy them and I would use them to practice painting hair. Really all I needed was 1 or 2 because I would just practice painting the hair, wipe it all off, not bake it, just wipe it all off and go over it again and again and again. And I didn't do that for very long. I just started painting. I got into a groove and I think I caught on faster than I thought I was going to. I think in my head I made this way harder than I needed to make it. I didn't need to get as excited about it as I did. So anyway, I had all these heads that I had been collecting and I thought, oh my goodness, these are taking up a lot of room. What am I going to do with them? I didn't want to make cuddle babies. I was trying to think, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? And as I was thinking, I looked at the little crib and I saw the snowsuits and I thought, well, maybe I'll just make a different kind of cuddle baby. And I pushed it around in my brain for a little while. I remember when Ann Geddes did those, they were like bears and bunnies with baby faces. They were like a stuffed animal with a cute little baby face in them. And I never owned one, and I never wanted to, and I didn't really like them all that much. And that's nothing against Ann Geddes because, my goodness, that woman is the pioneer of reborn photography. You have to admit, all the photography we're doing with these reborns and all the newborn photography that's going on is really inspired by what she was doing. So she's awesome, but I just was never attracted to those little dollies. Neither were my kids. But I had them stuck in my head and I was going, ooh, I don't want to make those. And then I was thinking, ooh, what if I did like these fantasy babies, and made them look like bunnies and bears and dogs. And I thought, I don't like to do that. And besides that, Bean's already doing it with her Bean's Buds. I don't know if you guys have seen those. If you haven't, check them out. They're super cute. And she's good at fantasy. That's her genre. That's her jam. She's really, really good at it. And that's not what I did write to her. And I did say, hey, I'm thinking about doing this thing with these snowsuits that I have left over. I just didn't want you to think that I was, trying to steal your ideas. If you, if it's a little too close to home and you prefer that I didn't for whatever reason, just shoot me over an email. And I didn't hear back from her, so I'm assuming that she was just like cool with it. She seems like the kind of person who's cool with a lot of things and not real hung up on silly stuff. And she seems to get along really, really well with almost everybody. I know some people who have taken a class with her and said she's just hilarious and she's fun and she's pretty generous with her information and her time and her resources. I went online and, I might even just show you some of the images I saved. You know, you can get 10 people doing the same thing with the same stuff, and everybody has like a different take on it, and that's cool too. And I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna have fun. I'm gonna go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 heads. But I will show you what I'm doing. Let me put this baby down to dry a bit. Oh, I really love the way her hair is turning out. It's making me very, 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 very happy. I want to show you the snowsuits, but I don't want them to get any paint on them. See if I can get... These are like the little snowsuits. You've seen these everywhere. And I just had a bunch of them. I thought that was a spider, but it's not. It's just a little fuzzball. So this one's a bunny, I think, and it has like a little furry tail, which I'm probably going to take this off and put my own tail on. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to probably alter these on the sewing machine a little bit. I'm going to close up the sleeves so they become a mitt instead of a sleeve, and just goof around and get them to the size that I want them to be. And then I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna use this as a body, and their hats will be removable. I don't want to sew or glue their heads into the body, but I will sew the bodies shut so you can't take the body off and get the baby dressed. This will be its cuddle body. And they're super, super soft. They're microfiber, so they're so squishy. So I have them in different colors. I have lots of pinks. Here's another pink one, a gray one, a really nice one. It's very, very fluffy. It's blue. They're from all different places. Again, most of them are 0 to 3 months. I think I have 2 newborns, so I will have to alter them because not all of these babies will fit well. And then I'll show you the babies that I'm working on. This is Tracy, and I think I have 2 of these, but she is kind of cute. And I think she's a baby that's gonna look really cute when she gets her eyebrows and her eyelashes on. And I think, where's the other one? I think this is the other one. I did one with freckles. I'm not sure how well you can see that. I have giant Easton. Holy, that baby's head is big. And then I have Rowan. Is this Rowan? Yep. I have a Rowan. Open eyes. So on the babies that have open eyes, I'm gonna give them kind of crazy eyes. Not like ghost eyes or zombie eyes or red eyes, but maybe a more vibrant color than I would normally use on a realborn. I think this is either Amber or Chrissy. I can't tell who's who. I may have mislabeled them, but I think this might be Chrissy. And that's a cute baby. And I'm doing her hair pink, so it'll be pink and blonde and white. And this one is Amber, I believe. This is a sculpt I would never have normally purchased from Bountiful Baby because I don't like it when tongues stick out. People like what they like. And this baby also has kind of these weird kind of dolly ears. They're not very realistic, but I did get the head, and it's actually really, really cute. You never know, you know? Maybe it's worth just buying some of those sculpts that you're not crazy about and just painting them anyway for fun, because you never know what's going to happen. And this is Maggie. I think I have 3 or 4. Lots of people didn't like the old Maggie, but you know what? I will say that this baby is a great sculpt. To this type of face, you want to find her attractive in a dolly way, but the way this is sculpted, it's just gorgeous. I mean, they really captured a reborn baby. This is beautiful. I think this is Cindy Musgrove. If it is, yay for me. If not, you can correct me down in the comments, but I mean, she's not using 3D imagery. She's not using 3D printers. She's using her hands, and she really, really captures the truth of a newborn. She really, really captures the truth of a newborn. These are the kind of faces they have. They make all kinds of scrunchy faces, and look at these ears. They're gorgeous. She does some of the best realism ever. Just, I mean, if you're into painting hyper realism, her sculpts are the way to go.